Excellent. Princess, how are we doing with a project? ¿Cómo va el proyecto? Tell me, Ana Pau. Fine?
Yes.
Excellent. Very good. Elias, what about you?
Fine, teacher. Teacher, we need, can I say in Spanish?
Yes, you can tell me in Spanish. Dime.
¿Lo podemos entregar hasta el 10 de noviembre?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes, that is the last day. If you have it before, si lo tienes antes, and you want me to take a look, for example, like in case of Mateo, that he sent it to me, so I can be able to take an overview and make some observations, you can. But if you want to wait at the last day, hasta
Okay.
el último día, you decide, okay? Excellent, very good. Kathy, how are we doing? ¿Cómo vamos con el project? Tell me, everything clear o hay dudas? Dime, Kathy, please.
Everything clear.
Everything clear? Okay. If at some point you are working later in your project and you have a doubt, send me a message to my mail. Send me a little SOS. And if I am in that moment working and checking, like yesterday with Mateo, it was super easy because as soon as I received his work, I took a look at it and I was able to have the feedback that we did today in our first session. So in everyone's case, it's the same. If at some point you are working on this later in the afternoon, más tardecito, and you have a doubt, send me a message. If I can, in the moment, I am going to be answering, okay? If I can, in the moment, I am going to be answering. Ernest, what can you tell me about your project? ¿Cómo va el project? Tell me, Ernest. Which is your idea? ¿Cómo va tu idea? Tell me.
Teacher, fast.
Dime, Ethan. Give me a second, Ernest. Vas, Ethan.
Right now we are doing the project.
No, right now we are not doing the project. We are going to start working on spelling and on reading. Okay? Tell me, Ernest, ¿cómo vamos? Fine? Fine. Excellent. Very, very good. Now, why were you asking, Ethan? ¿Por qué preguntabas? Tell me, why were you asking?
No, just for doubt.
Just for a doubt? No. As a matter of fact, I need you to start opening. I need you to have your two notebooks. But right now, first, the spelling notebook, have it open on one side. In the vocabulary, in the spelling words, vocabulary and spelling words of challenge number 2. Because we are going to be answering an exercise. And I need you to start opening, your iPads to session number 15. Session 15, la 15, session 15, activity 1. And we are going to reinforce the practice of the plural forms. Remember that yesterday we started working on them, we practiced them, we answered the grammar detective exercise using them, and today we are going to reinforce the use of those. Vic, are you feeling bad? No? Or is that I see that you are like covering your eyes with your thumbs? Okay. The first thing that I want you to do is to open it to session number 15, activity 1. Session 15, activity 1. And over there, we are going to find at least some words that we are going to be reviewing. Let me move forward, going faster. Got it. Here we are, session 15. What have you discovered about irregular plurals? Because for the regular plurals, it's like the regular verbs. If we are conjugating them in past and in past participle, we only need to add an ed. The same thing happens when we are talking about regular plurals. We only add an S. What happens right now that we are talking about irregular plurals? If we open this exercise, this worksheet, we are going to find that we have 2 columns. Now, pay attention here. Remember, whenever we start working on a worksheet, which is the first thing that we need to do? First of all, we habilitate our pen and we write the date in the upper corner. So here, we are going to write the date. Today we are on November the 4th, okay? That is the first thing. Please do it because it's really a shame that I need to
Sure.
raise you 1 point just because we are not writing the date in the upper corner. Tell me, Elias.
Is digital?
We are in session 15, activity 1. Ahora sí, Elias, tell me.
That is digital.
It's digital, yes. Right now, this one, we are answering it digitally. Session 15, activity 1. Session 15, la 15, activity 1. And we are going to write the date in the upper corner. Excellent. Don't forget to write the date because if there is no date, it's already -1. So it's as easy as keeping that in mind. And it's -1 because I am checking on your listening, okay? That we are able to follow the sequence of instructions properly. Right, November the 4th, and we are going to do the following. We are going to complete the first part. We are going to complete only the first part. Don't pay attention to everything, to nothing else, only this part. In this exercise, tell me, what are we going to be doing? Tiago, read the information from the title. You cannot speak. Okay, Alex, go ahead. Oh, Alex, are you there? Yes,
Hello?
you are. Hola, Alex. A ver, start reading.
Singular form.
From the title, desde el título.
Irregular plurals.
Instruction.
Complete table and add 5 more irregular nouns.
Okay, so here we are going to write the plural form of these 5. We are going to write them over here. And in this other part, we are going to write the singular form of these ones that we have over here. Where are you going to find them? ¿Dónde están? If you open your study points, here, we are going to find the list of words here. We are going to have the spelling and vocabulary words of challenge number 2. And here we are going to have the column that says irregular plurals. Here we have them, okay? So it can be a good help for you if you want to not make a mistake, to make sure that all the information that you are writing is correct. Let me go back to our page because I am going to be adding some other words that you are going to be writing. In this case, I am going to start helping you with a singular form because this one is very easy. You are going to be able to write a plural form just by taking a look at the list that I have just shown you. But in this case, we are going to be writing the singular form of these ones, okay? We are going to be writing the singular form of these ones. Ernest, which is the singular form of feet? Tell me, Ernest, which is the singular form of feet? Tell me, which is the singular form of feet? Which one is it, Ernest? Which one is it? The singular form of feet. Which one is it? Oh, I think I lost him. Well, in the meantime, I reach him. I am going to move forward with Victor. Victor, We continue with you. Which is the singular form of feet?
Food.
Food. Excellent. Very good. Ethan, your turn. Which is the singular form of women? When we are talking about one
Woman.
woman, very good. Now we continue with Mateo, which is the singular form of mice.
Mouse.
Mouse, excellent, very good. Now we are going to continue. Now we are going to continue with coffee. Coffee, which is the singular form of oxen.
Oxygen.
Ox. Which is the plural, the singular form of oxen? Which one is it?
Ox.
Ox, excellent, very good. Fair, which is the singular form of wolves?
Wolf.
Wolf, excellent, very, very good. Okay, now I am going to write some other ones. In the meantime, you complete the upper part. This one, you can complete it on your own. This one, you can complete it on your own. I am going to include some other ones down. I am going to include some other ones down so you can be able to have them over there, okay? For example, yesterday we were talking about the plural form of fish.
Teacher, fish is in the first part.
Fish is in the first part.
Teacher, fish.
Teacher,
Thank you
fish,
very
right?
much. Then let me
The
look
number 5 of the singular
that's
is fish.
true. Ahí tenemos fish. Okay. Then let me write another one.
Teacher,
Wait.
fish is fishes, right?
No, fish is fish. When we are talking about the plural form of fish, if you are talking about I caught one fish or I caught two fish, it's the same. Fish and fish.
Bird.
No, in that one, that is a regular one. I am talking, well, we have here one that is very easy because if we are talking about one, we are talking about a man. If we are talking about more than one, like in woman, we are going to be talking about men. Okay. Mhm. If I am talking about this one, half. If I am talking about half, mitad. And if I am talking about the plural form, I am going to change
Teacher,
the F for a V and add ES. Yes, tell me.
the plural of the hoof, the first one is hoops.
The first, excellent, very good. Thank you very much. Oops. Okay. Someone has the plural form of child?
Me, teacher.
Which one is it?
Children.
Children, excellent, very good. Here we have children. Now let's move on. Which is the plural form of person?
People.
People.
Aye, very good. You were paying attention yesterday. Which is the plural form of tooth? Teeth. Andele, very nice. Teeth. And then we have, teeth, it's like this. And then we have the one of fish that we have already talked about it. Fish. Then we have another one that is a loaf. Okay. When we are talking about bread, rebanada, or loaves, rebanadas, de pan, loaves of bread.
Teacher, can you do it upward so I can see the ones of
Yes,
that
of
are off?
course, like this. Here I am including all the words. You're welcome. Here you can be able to take a look at all the words. Check, correct, complete. Don't forget the date.
Teacher,
Yes, my dear.
I just noticed something.
Tell me.
If you want to say teeth, you have to use your teeth for saying teeth.
You have to use your teeth. That's true. That's super true. Okay. Oh, here we have another one. Here we have another one. Well, we have plenty. When we are talking about this little animal that it's the goose, and here we have the geese, el ganso, and the other ones in English, it's geese. Goose and geese. Goose and geese. Okay. Okay.
Teacher,
Yes, my dear, tell me.
talking about goose,
Uh-huh.
in my computer of games,
Uh-huh.
I descargué,
Uh-huh. I
discharged
download. Uh-huh.
something that I invest in, and
Uh-huh.
it's a goose that it's walking in your tu
I know that
pantalla.
thing.
On your screen, it walks, the goose?
It's like animated, it's little, and
Uh-huh.
if you touch a line of the computer,
Uh-huh.
he take out an image like a meme of relacionado con Goose.
Ajá. Oh my
Y
God.
y como te tapa la pantalla y estás jugando, tú
Ajá.
lo quitas y
Ajá.
al quitarlo, el pájaro empieza a
Ajá.
perseguir tu mouse y si lo agarra, lo muerde y no puedes hacer nada mientras lo está mordiendo.
Ay,
Ah.
ese ganso yo lo conozco, ese ganso según te trae memes, te trae por ejemplo, textos ay, es que creo que él solamente dice puras cosas malas.
Oh my God. Then no, then don't. Okay, very good. That
Ni
is
siquiera
very
puede
good.
escribir.
Es que yo sigo un youtuber que se llama y una
Okay.
vez dijo de que iba a traer ese ganso.
Ah,
Y ya
okay.
lo trajo y además le decía muchísimas cosas feas,
Oh
me
my
traía
God.
fotos
Miss,
Ay,
miss.
que no correspondían. Okay.
Gabriel,
Ajá.
A mí nada
Gabriel,
más me traía un pato
Ajá.
con el meme de Stonks.
Gabriel,
Okay. Vas, Manu, vas. Tell us.
the YouTuber that Gabriel says that
Ajá.
I think that I saw that. I see that YouTuber.
Ah, okay, excellent. Okay, later you keep on telling me about the YouTuber and about the goose, the geese. Make sure that you complete your page. When you complete this page, I am going to repeat this page, this worksheet can be found in session 15 en la 15, activity 1. Session 15, activity 1. Remember to write the date in the upper part. Remember to write the date in the upper part, and then you are going to be completing, the 2 parts. The first 5 have already been given to you, and here we wrote the plural forms. From 6 to 10, they gave us the plural forms, and we were able to write the singular ones. And then we added 4 more words: the word man, the word half, the word loaf, and the word goose. And we included also the plural forms of them. When you finish doing this, you are going to upload your work here in session number 5. Okay, session, excellent, thank you very much. No, we don't do step number 2. We are only working on the first part of the exercise. Step number 1 is what we are completing right now. Okay?
So
Here
we
I
do that
have-
and send it.
Yes, if you want. Yes, if you want. But the most important one is that we complete the first list and that we learn a few more words that even though I'm sure that you have heard them, right now we are going to clearly check how we are going to work the plural form of these nouns. Okay? Now, I am going to stop sharing my screen. I am going to discard my changes. So luckily everyone has gotten them by now. Okay, I am going to discard my changes. And when you finish completing your work, you are going to deliver your work. Okay, when you finish completing your worksheet, you are going to deliver your work. And after you have sent me your work, we are going to mark it as a complete activity. Once that you have finished sending me your work, we are going to mark it as a complete activity. So make sure that everyone completes it. Okay, let me start downloading. I have already been receiving some of yours, as you can see. In the moment in which you send me your work, automatically it appears over here. The green circle in the upper part, that means that you have given me your work. Okay, please do it. That is the reason why we work the exercises all together, so we can be able to complete them and no one stays behind in work. Okay, if there are doubts or whatever, tell us now. So all together we can be able to help in case someone...
Teacher,
yes, my dear, tell me.
se me borró todo.
Don't worry. In the next, between class and the other, you stay with me, okay? Te quedas conmigo and we work it together. Lo trabajamos otra vez, okay? Don't worry. Okay, when we finish this session, cuando acabemos la sesión, Gabriel, you stay with me and we complete the worksheet all together. Te ayudo de nuevo. Don't worry. Okay, nothing happens. Nothing happens. It's just an exercise. Okay, now, after we have completed this one, and you have marked it as in green, you mark the tick. We are moving forward to session 16. Okay, we are moving forward to session 16. And here we are going to be doing the reading of a story, another notion story. It's very important that you take a look at the notion stories, because the reason of these notion stories is, of course, that we practice our reading skill, but also if you are if you are aware and if you check carefully, some of the sentences and some of the phrases are going to be written using relative pronouns, using complex sentences, dependent and independent clauses, and all the grammar information that we have been working through the challenge. And that helps us reinforce that important thing. Now, let's move on over here with a new leaf. And tell me, Jimenita, what can you see on the image that we have over here? Tell us, Jimena. What can you see on this image?
I can see a man. I can see a desert. And the blue sky.
And the blue sky, very good. Tell me, Jimenita, do you think this man is a what? Is he a doctor? Is he a dentist? Is he a firefighter? What do you think this man is? ¿A qué crees que se dedique? What do you think? A guess.
I think that he dedicated to the to the
You can tell me in Spanish.
medio ambiente.
Okay, maybe a conservationist that he takes care of the environment. Excellent, very, very good. Thank you. Now we are going to scroll and we are going to continue with the information. Why is it important that we take a look at this part so we know who the author of the Notion story is and who is responsible for the images, for the illustrations? Then if we continue passing, remember, we are going to have over there the images and we are going to be able to tap on the speaker, if we want to listen to the story. So as we are listening the story, we can be able to take a look at the information that we have in each one of the images, in each one of the pages. Let's start.
Peter enjoyed hunting, especially elephants. He was a poacher, and he was very good at it. He felt like this was what he was born to do. He woke up one morning and polished his long, heavy rifle until it shone. He had a good breakfast, for it was going to be a long day of poaching. Then he strode out into the bright sunlight of the savannah, covering his mouth against the dust that the breeze was lifting from the dry ground.
Okay, so here we have the picture of perhaps our main character. And here they are telling us that he was a poacher. Remember that we have been talking about this, that poaching is illegal, but let's keep in mind right now, we are not going to make our predictions yet. Let's move on a little more with the story and let's see what happens after. Okay, I don't know, Elias, we are in session 16, activity number 2.
Okay, teacher, se me fue el internet.
Sí, yo sé, my dear, I noticed. Session 16, activity number 1, okay? And we are reading the story. Session 16, activity number 1. We have just started, acabamos de empezar, okay? Session 16, activity 1. Let's continue taking a look at this story about this poacher. He got into his brand new 4x4 and turned the key in the ignition. Ok, vas a prender el carro. The engine, el motor, roared just as it should. He had bought the vehicle the previous week with the profits he had made from selling ivory to his various clients. Pay attention here. They are telling us that this man, okay, Peter, was able to buy this van. He was able to buy his van because he's a poacher. So through poaching, he was able to sell the ivory to his various clients. Remember the ivory? Son like como estos colmillotes that they have the elephants and the rhinos, and that the material is very valuable and it's used for making necklaces and jewelry. So with the money that he got, he was able to buy this car. People had told him that poaching could wipe out, iba a limpiar o iba a exterminar the elephants. But for Peter, business was good. So at the end, we know that Peter didn't care about elephants. He only cared about business. He saw no reason to change. He made himself comfortable in the leather driver's seat. Okay? Let's see about the seat. El asiento también era de leather. Vamos a ver de qué piel era the seat of this car. Yes, my dear.
The man was ambicioso.
Exactly. Very ambitious. Very, very ambitious. As a matter of fact, he was.
He drove fast down a dusty trail towards the watering hole. Birds flew out of the trees as his big 4x4 thundered past. He arrived at the watering hole and parked in the shade of a nearby tree. He put on his hat, grabbed his rifle and bullets, walked over to the bushes, and sat down, well hidden.
Okay, so here he goes. Ahí va, here he goes. This was his favorite place to hunt. Pay attention at the place. Pay attention at the place. Okay? This was his favorite place to hunt, and he had been coming here for years. It was quiet now, but soon it would be full of thirsty elephants. So at the end, right now, we are discovering that he likes hunting elephants, okay? It was quiet now, but soon it would be full of thirsty elephants. They are going to be thirsty, and that is why we have the water down. He whistled softly, silbar, whistle. He whistled softly as he loaded his rifle. Suddenly, he heard soft footsteps behind him. Pisaditas behind him, detrás de él. Then he heard more footsteps, so he left. So he heard some more footsteps to the left and right. He stayed very still and tried not to breathe. He had heard those footsteps before. Lions. Let's see what happens. Okay. Roar. Oh, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Tell me, Fer, what do you think is going to happen? First Fer and then Andy. First Fer and then Andy. Tell me, Fer, what do you think is going to happen?
That he's gonna find an elephant.
Okay, you say that he's going to find an elephant. Andy, what do you think he's going to find? Tell us, Andy, what do you think he's going to find?
A lion.
A lion. Okay.
And that
And
lion
And then what do you think
was
it's going to happen?
attacking.
This is your
¿Cuál lo va a atacar?
prediction. Okay. So your prediction is that the lion is going to attack Peter. Let's see if that is going to happen.
Roar! The lion behind him made a deafening sound and raised its tail. Peter stood up and spun around with his trusty rifle in his hands. He aimed right at the lion's mouth. Click, click, click. The rifle was jammed. To his left and right, he saw two more lions. He was in deep trouble, and there was nowhere to run.
Okay, so as you can see, he was unable to shoot because the rifle was jammed, se trabó. Okay, take a look at the word. So he was unable to shoot. And there was no way out for him. Look how he's sweating. Mira cómo suda. Take a look at him. Let's move on.
Just then, the ground began to vibrate. Peter spun around again and saw a group of elephants running toward the lions at full speed. The lions immediately ran off. One of the elephants stopped right next to Peter.
Okay, take a look. Now, in this case, Andy told us that that Peter was going to be attacked, but now we can see that there was no time because we had these elephants that were coming to get them. Tell me.
It's like karma.
Andale, exactly, like karma, exactly. That is the word, that is the word. So the lions immediately ran off and one of the elephants stopped right next to Peter. Let's see what happens. Peter had seen dead elephants before and lived once in the sights of his rifle, but he had never seen one like this. He saw the elephant up close and realized that it was a beautiful creature. He looked at the amazing rough gray skin and proud trunk, su trompa, proud trunk. And here we have the ivories. Vean los colmillitos that he has over here. Those are the ivory tusks that are the things that in this case Peter used to remove from the elephants once he caught them. Okay? He saw intelligence and real emotion in its eyes. For a moment, he felt like they really connected. He realized that these animals needed to be protected, not hunted. He knew that he knew what he had to do, okay? Now he knew what he had to do. Now at this point, even though Peter's business was hunting elephants, right now, I think he's going to change his mind. Let's move on and let's see what happens towards the end of the story. Elias, what do you think is going to happen at the end of the story? Tell us.
I think that the woman and the elephant is going to be the good friends forever.
Okay, so you think that it's going to be a happy ending and that they are going to be friends. Okay,
Yes.
Let's see what happens.
The elephants had saved Peter from certain death, so he decided that now his job would be to save them too. He got a job as a ranger and swore to protect all the elephants in the region.
Okay, so over here, we can see that Jimena's point of view. Remember that in the first part of the story, when Jimenita was telling us what she thought it was Peter's work, she was telling us that he was like these conservationists and these people who take care of the environment and the animals. So at the end, he became a ranger and juró to protect all the elephants in the region. Okay. He still wakes up every morning and has a big breakfast. He also drives down to the watering hole every day. But now he is there to protect the elephants, not hunt them. And now he carries 2 rifles just in case. Excellent, very good. And over here, we have
The end.
the ending part of the story. Now, before we run out of time, and right now that we have fresh the idea of this story that we have just read, please open the checkpoint and answer it, okay? Open the checkpoint. The checkpoint, there are some questions related to the story. So please, we are going to open it. Let me go to your version.
Ready?
Exactly, very, very good. And how was your result? How was your result, Andy? Was it a good result, more or less
I had
result?
all correct.
Aye, very, very good. And what do you think about the story?
It's beautiful. I think have a beautiful significance.
Okay. You think that it has a nice meaning, Excellent, very, very good. Let me see, Gael, what do you think about the story that you have? Thank you, Elias. What do you think about the story that we have just read? Tell us, Gael.
That maybe it's a good story because the hunter learns that besides of poaching the elephants, he need to protect them.
Exactly, very, very good. So he changed his mind. What do you think, Mateo, about the story? What do you think about the message of the story? Tell us.
That the people can change his life.
Okay, people can change their lives. Very good. Vic, what about you? Share with us your point of view.
I think the story is good, that it has a great lesson that
you can change what you do, that poaching is bad, that you rather save the animals, do not kill them.
Okay, excellent, very good. Ethan, you were telling us about karma. What do you think about the story? Tell us your point of view.
It was good because now he realized that the elephants are they are not irrelevant. Besides, they are relevant and very important for the environment.
Oh my God, very good. Excellent use, very, very good your choice of words. Kathy, what about you? Tell us your point of view of this story that we have just read.
That then no, how do you say no hay que lastimar?
We don't have to hurt.
We don't have to hurt animals because you can hurt with other animals.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. Angie, what do you think about this story that we have just read? What do you think about Peter? Do you agree that Peter was a poacher in the first part? Or do you stay with the second Peter that changed his mind, his way of thinking, and now instead of hunting elephants, he's going to protect them? Which would be your favorite Peter? Peter number one, the one Peter the hunter, or Peter number two, Peter the protector? Which would be your favorite Peter, Angie?
Peter number 2.
Peter number two. Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, now we are going to stop this second session. Now you can leave and you are coming back with me at 2 o'clock, okay? In the meantime, if you want to continue working in the project and in some pending works, make sure that you upload me your spelling, your plural, irregular plural worksheet, and you can leave. And I am going to stay with Gabriel so we can be able to answer the worksheet together. The other ones you can leave. I am going to stop my live streaming right now.